just I have 3-day weekends sometimes. I work every other Saturday on my weird schedule. I'm a full-time worker, but I get every other Saturday off, which is great. So we're ready to go. We're packed up. Ludo's you can't see him. Hold on, I got this. He's seatbelted in. He's enjoying the view. These are the seatbelts I have. It's a tow cable that can hold up to like 2,000 pounds with a clip that can hold up to like 500 and something pounds. I want a stronger clip for him, but his harness would break before the clips do. Ludo is 100 and what are you, buddy? He stays about 117, 120. So he's on the lighter side of a St. Bernard, which I'm trying hard to keep him on the lighter side. He does have hip issues already. He was a Mennonite purchase. I knew better, but when I drove so far to get him after my other dog passed away, he stole my heart. And even though all the signs were there to not get him, I couldn't. I would say I made a mistake, but I love him. He's a good boy. He's on insurance. First thing I did was put him on insurance. So anyway, enough about this boy. So yeah, we're going camping. We go camping. We try to make it every other weekend if we can. The weather's beautiful. Let's go. I look forward to going and set up camp. Let's go. So we made it to our campsite, and I've come to this spot quite a few times, and I had forgotten how much rain we've been getting here in the Midwest, and I come here a lot, and the water has never been this high. That water is deep, super deep, taller than me deep. I've never seen the river so up. It's crazy. Ludo and I normally wade this. We walk across it. We play in it. I was looking forward to come here and do a little swimming with him, but that's the boat ramp right there, and I've walked that boat ramp a couple times, and it goes way down. So yeah, so I guess we're not gonna do much swimming. We might hang around that little area over here because he loves the water. So I'll let him in a little bit, but we're definitely not gonna go swimming. He might swim a little bit, but he's gonna be on a leash the whole time. Campsite's a little overgrown. You can see how high the water got by just looking. It's hard to see through the camera, but that's insane. That's where I'm gonna set up the tent. I don't really have anything to start a fire with, unfortunately. There's really no sticks. There's really not any sticks, and I forgot to get firewood. But I have my little cookers, and I'll sit with my little cooker fires and whatnot. This is Boxy, Ludo. He's a good boy. Yeah. He wants attention. He wants all the attention. Got the tent out. The tent that we're going to be camping in is at least 20-something years old. My mom bought it for me when I was a teen, living in the house. Pre-teen? No, I was a teen. I think I was like 15. I don't know. It is old, but it's definitely still a favorite. It takes a while to set up. It's supposed to be like a child's tent. No, that's the bathroom. That's what... It's a cool tent. One of these days I'll get a new tent. Tents are kind of expensive. And if I have one that still kind of works, we're going to use it. So I'm going to get that set up. I don't think people really want to watch the whole process of me setting up a tent. And we'll get everything unloaded and get some organization going into this chaos. And then we're going to make some food because I'm hungry. It is noon, a little afternoon, and I'm definitely hungry. Ludo just wants to go and lay down in the car. That's his spot. We're probably going to hang up here. No. One of the things I want to fix on the Element. I've watched some videos on how to do it. It's like a $25 part. Fixing those things. The driver's side is worse than the passenger side. So they actually, stop. And I think what I'm going to fix while I'm camping is yeah, this tape's coming off. I can see it when I'm driving. I've got thicker tape. I put a thin tape on this one, but I got thicker tape. I'm going to redo the 3M on here while I'm camping for the next few days so it doesn't fly off while I'm on the highway. But yeah, I guess I'll, next time you see it, there's going to be a tent there. It's going to be like magic. It's going to be like, pop. Alright, well, finally got everything set up for the most part. I always bring too much when I can. You can see my tent behind me. Look at it. I love this tent. I'm going to be sad to retire it. Ludo's assuming his position, which is in the back of the Element. He loves it back here. Is that your place, buddy? Yeah, I try to empty it out so he has all the space. If I have company camping with me and we have to share the tent, I let him sleep in here and he has all the space in the world. He's fine with it. You can see my doggy clips. I figure it's even pressure on both sides, right? This is actually my Coolatron. It's an electric cooler. I've had this thing since, this is the same one that was in my truck camper. If anybody ever seen those videos, this is it. It still works really well. I've got my portable solar panel here. Let me show you guys some things I've been working on with this car. I haven't showed everybody everything yet. I ended up getting a cargo box, 40 bucks. It was on Facebook Market for $40. I did have to buy, well, technically it was 70 because it was $40 for the box and then $20 for actual clamps to clamp it down because the ones it came with didn't have the U-bolts. I had to redo it. And then I found this. Look at that little rack. I found that little rack, $20. 20 bucks. You know what's going to go on there? My solar panel. And I'm going to show you that setup when I get it going because I have this idea and it's going to be fantastic. So yeah, we'll let Ludo get himself comfortable. You're going to get all tangled up again, buddy. Hey, you know you can't do that, Ludo. You just turn around and behave. Don't get all tangled up. Anyway, I'm going to leave that plugged in for a bit and keep things cool. I do have some ice packs in there, but this is my little camp. You've got my chair. You've got the imaginary chair. I'm a solo traveler. I always put up 2 chairs, you know. Here's my table. This is actually a new one. It's a Amazon buy. It's one of those ones that all collapse and fold up, and it's really cool though. It's nice and sturdy. I don't like the cooker. My buddy gave me this. I was gonna buy a little propane stove. I actually have a little alcohol burner and a little oven and everything, and I was just gonna use that for cooking. Well, he went camping with me once and he told me just to keep this. He wants to get a different thing. So I was like, okay. So he gave me a propane cooker, which is cool. So I'm gonna use that today when I cook. I'm not sure what I'm cooking. This is my old Coleman, Ozark Trayer Coleman. Like I said, I got this when I was, oh God, 16? Either way, this thing is old. I'm not going to age myself, but this thing is like 20 years old at least. I can't find anything like it though, and I want to replace it with something similar, but they don't make anything like this anymore. There's the rods. The cover, I didn't put the cover on. It has a, you know, like a canopy cover that goes over top. I didn't put it on because it's a beautiful day and it's not supposed to rain or anything. You can definitely see that it's showing its wear. It's very ancient. It's been put up with some moldy bits. I've siliconed it a few times. We'll see how it goes, but I got my bed. Ignore my pillow, leave me alone. That's, you know, my stuff. My backpack with clothes. My purple bag has cables and electronic bits. That's my little 500 watt solar generator thing. And then my laptop is in that gray and whatever bag. And then of course my coat. Ludo's got a bed in here. He won't use it. He likes to lay on the floor, but I like to give him options. The ground is, see, that's why I love this tent. Look, it zips onto that one, so you can zip this closed, right, and just use a normal tent, or you can open it up and have extra space. So it's kind of cool. I usually use that as like the storage slash toiletry slash whatever, and it works great. The only thing about this tent that I wish I could change is that there's like nothing on the top to hang stuff. So if you've got a light or anything like that, oh my God, there's so many little ants in here. If you have a light or something, you can't really hang it anywhere. New tents, I think, all kind of come with that, but this one does not. But yeah, that's my tent. That's my camping setup. I'm excited to get going. I'm going to start cooking here soon. I would have recorded me setting it up, but I've already wasted most of the day. I was supposed to go camping yesterday, but we had to get some stuff done. And then today we had to get some stuff done this morning, so I didn't even leave until like 11. It is now almost 2 o'clock. I finally got things set up. I only have today, Saturday, and then I have to leave Sunday. And, you know, I still got work. I'm not quite living on the road yet. So I look forward to the living on the road days. That's coming up. But I look forward to my camping trips with my dog until then. It's my way of adjusting Ludo. Where's he at? There we go. It's my way of adjusting my boy to the camping stuff. And he does really good until the coyotes start howling at night. Then he kind of comes and hides by me. He's the biggest baby I've ever seen in my life. Like I'm gonna protect him from coyotes, I guess. Let's go. I think we're gonna take Ludo for a walk here in a minute, but I think I'm gonna get some stuff cooking. I'm hungry. It's almost 2 o'clock and I still haven't eaten today. So yeah, I'm gonna go get started on that. Taking a bit of a walkie walk. The only thing about this campsite I don't like is there's no real trails here. It's just kind of an off the highway, park for free. You know, you hang out. But I mean, there's really nowhere to go walking. I love to go hiking and trails and all that fun stuff. And Ludo likes to go hiking. But there's really not that here. It's just the river's fun to play in. You can walk the coast of the river when the water's down. Definitely not right now. We're gonna head over there. Ludo wants to look at it. He'll probably wade into it for a bit. I'm not gonna let him go swimming though. The water's moving a little too fast, so I don't need him getting whisked away. Alright, so what are we making? I'd say we're winging it. That is actually a piece of salmon I put in the freezer over a week ago. And I never got to eating it. So I had some water, some veggies, and onion. And I threw the salmon in there. It looks like it's hydrating and looking a lot better. It doesn't look nearly as sickly. And I think I'll add some minute rice. This is my collection. There's actually marshmallows in here. It's got marshmallows and graham crackers and some chocolate in case I want to do s'mores. You know, because s'mores are good. Good old mac and cheese. A couple cups of minute rice, potatoes, honey for my tea. Some beans. And then, of course, in the cooler over there, I think I have some bacon, egg, sausage. Like a hot dog sausage. I think it's hot dog sausage. I don't know. Hot dog sausage and cheese. Oh, there's Ludo. Ludo's watching the two guys over there. There's a truck that just kind of pulled up over there. They just kind of hanging out. Don't know what they're doing. I'm pretending like I'm talking to somebody in my tent, even though nobody in my tent. But, you know, it is what it is. Just, you gotta pretend, you know? I just took him for a bit of a walk, and I was going to record him kind of splashing in the water a little bit, but to be honest, it took all my strength to hold him back because he was ready to just dive in, and he almost pulled me in with him. And I figured I would just put my phone away, and I'll get you another recording of him playing in the water when I don't have to not fall in with him and get rushed down river. I have fixed the lead a little bit. So we've been working a lot with his training, and he does really good without the pulling, but I think he's really in a mood today. And I'm tired. Hey, this is just giving me more. Good boy. All right, keep going. More strength to deal with his ripping and pulling. Just watching it, make sure it's not rising and instead it's going down. Hasn't been any rain for a day. So I'm assuming as long as it doesn't rain anymore, we should be okay. Hey, quit. Thank you. A little too much there, buddy. I think next campsite, there's a few new ones I want to try. Not too far away either, about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. This is supposed to be the same thing. I like them to have some kind of water access because Ludo loves to swim. But I'm looking for some that actually have hiking trails. Alright. There's my cute little camp. Here eventually I'm just going to be living straight out of the car. I probably won't be camping too much, but I do enjoy it. Who knows? I don't know what to hold. I'm just living it day by day, taking it as it is. It's actually a good picture. Boop, that tree wasn't in the way. Oh, this is where he's really gonna start pulling. Nuh-uh, there's a drop off over there. You don't know it's there, but I do. No, that's as far as I'm going. And now he's gator mode. That's my water boy. Ugh. Oh, there's another truck coming by. I'm getting myself settled in for the night. Got the bed made, drinks, headsets. I'm gonna talk to a buddy of mine. Little hangy light. I was just kind of hanging out and playing the computer with them for a bit. Some friends of mine online, tethering the internet through my phone, and it was really fun. I have my car running. I don't know how well you can see out there. I just took Ludo for a walk. Oh, he's coming over. He hears me talking. You're gonna come in here soon. The car's running. Up my batteries again. I have this 500 watt King Power solar power generator thingy-mabobber. Unfortunately, it has a very special solar cable that I can't find, so I can't plug it into my portable solar panel. The only way I can charge it is by using the inverter in my car. I've been looking online and reading and trying to find a way. Somewhere I've got to have that cable. I don't know. The problem is I've had that inverter for... I bought it originally to take with me in the truck. But then, like, this one's got at least 7 years ago, so I can't find it. And of course, King Power, as some know, is like it's completely disappeared. It's not a business anymore. So unfortunately, I'm kind of SOL on that, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. I'm gonna make do with it with just charging it in the car for now. I'm saving up. I want to get a 1,000 watt power supply in the car if I can, because I like my luxuries. I like simple things, but at the same time I like some luxuries. I love my computer. I love my dog. I love my little electronic gadget, whatever. I love to travel and I love my electronic gadgets. Can't help it. But turned off the computer for now. It's fully charged, so I'm gonna let it sit. Turned everything else off electronically. I got my weapons tucked around my bed at night. Ludo's gonna come in here with me here shortly. We just went for a walk around. We did 2 laps. We're waiting to see if we can see the Aurora Borealis tonight. This is actually gonna date this video, which is gonna go out a while after because I have to go home and edit and make sure it's okay, I guess. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to record a little bit more. I'm not very good at this. I'm still learning, so I'm gonna try to clip this together to make it look good. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna see the Aurora Borealis. Solar flares. Apparently we can see it all the way down in Missouri. Who knows? I'm leaving the top open because I like to look at the sky. So when I turn out the light, you can really see the stars. It's beautiful. The sky is clear. It's so clear. All the clouds have blown away. So I'm really hoping that I can just snuggle up here. This is what I have for a sleeping system. I've got this inflatable sleeping pad. It was hella cheap. I got it online. I've got my sleeping bag. It was also hella cheap. It does crap for keeping you warm. You'll freeze your butt off in there, but it works. Thankfully tonight's supposed to be like 60 degrees, I think. The low 50 something. I don't know. It's gonna be more okay. And then I've got this other sleeping bag that my husband / ex-husband bought. I bought it for him to go camping with me, but he doesn't like it. He didn't use it. He used it one time, never again. So now it's just my spare. So I'm gonna cuddle up in one of them and wrap the other one around myself because I get cold. I get cold pretty easy. And this pad was really cheap, but it works really good. I have no complaints on it. Also, at work, I won the Star Jar, and I got to pick out of the basket of goodies. And I got this little electronic hand warmer from it. I'm looking forward to using it tonight if I have to. So I can pull it close and snuggle with it. It gets pretty toasty. I tested it at home. I was like, this was such a cool find. But this is it tonight. I'm gonna snuggle up here soon, give my buddy a call. I'm just letting my battery pack charge a little bit longer in the car. He has chosen the floor, though he tried to choose my bed. I kicked him off. I'm a horrible person. Good night, Ludo. Good morning. Here's my big boy. We missed the northern lights apparently. I looked at the sky a few times and I didn't see anything. So I think they must have been like mostly that way through the trees and not that way where the sky was open. It was a long night. I kept hearing noises and people kept driving in with their flashlights flashing on the tent. So I had to keep peeking out, you know, because I'm nosy, and eventually I passed out tired. He was up most of the night too. I think he's gonna be tired today. Every noise he heard. He had to go check it out. Ooh, pretty comfortable. Alright, time to get up, Get cleaned up. Hang out. Nope, he's up now. I definitely have to get up. He says I do. I'm up. I'm up. No, no father. No father, please. Mercy. Mercy. No. Alright, we're getting up. We're getting up. Oh, we're awake. I got my tea going on the little alcohol stove. Can't tell that it's going. It's burning. Oh, you can see it a little bit. And I got this set up for breakfast. A little too early for breakfast, so we'll do that here in a bit. First things first, tea. Take it around and find it. There we go. Got some jasmine green tea. Ludo's helping. And somewhere, there's my honey. Tea and honey, that's my breakfast. I'm surprised these didn't get eaten by something last night. Ludo's very much interested in the neighbors over there. They have a dog. He just wants to go see them. I don't trust him though. Sometimes he's friendly with dogs and sometimes he's not. Got my hair done, beautiful, brushed, detangled, whatever. The river has definitely gone down. Look, come over this way. I've been measuring the river on a tree branch, but now it's to the point that it's definitely down. Ooh, it's okay. Almost slipped. It's fine. But it was all the way up to this tree, and then it started going down. I started marking it on that little tree branch right there, and it got lower, 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 and now it's way down there again, almost like normal. So it's definitely not as deep. But look how high! Can you imagine how deep? I told you that was hecka deep yesterday. It was dang near even with this hill here. You can see on the other side too, the hill's showing. So we're safe. River's gone down. So we're just camping and enjoy it. I'm sad I missed the aurora borealis last night. I looked a few times, but I couldn't see anything. So, oh, he's gonna bark at people now. I have to go get him. Ludo, quit. So Ludo just did exactly what I've always wanted him to do. And the campers next to us, I think he's throwing a net fish or something in the river. He came really close to the camp, behind the camp, just to get access to the river. And Ludo's been quiet this whole time, whimpered off and on about the other dog over there, you know, but he's been behaving very well. But as soon as that guy came back close to the camp, his fur went up, he went on his chain, he did a growl, and he barked like 3 times. Oh, I gotta get him. Ludo's on guard duty. He's not having it. There, I know they're close. Good boy. Just a quick glance at him. I don't want to get anybody on camera they don't want to be, but he's doing his job. He's watching. Yeah, are you being a good boy? We'll go for another walk in a minute. Is that the only thing? Stay. Good boy. That actually makes me feel good that he's actually doing that. I wasn't sure how he would. No. I wasn't sure how he would react to people because he's usually people loving. But Boris did the same thing once we started camping and living in the car. He got very protective of the truck, and if people came by the truck that he didn't know, he'd ruffle up his fur and he'd get the big old bark, and he's actually scared a few people away from my campsite. Dropping my phone. So we're just hanging out, having a morning, chilling on the back of the element, watching some YouTube videos. I finished my tea. I poured most of it off. Now it looks like I peed my pants. It is what it is. It'll dry. It's just tea. So I'm gonna smell like jasmine tea. I'm gonna take him down to the lake or the river here in a few, and I'm gonna chill out for the day. My eyes keep looking that way, but they should be looking that way. Making breakfast. Got potato, washing it because I'm gonna dice it up, cook it with bacon. Got a baggie of cheese, got some eggs, and I got some bacon cooking. Got a little cutting board. I'm not a chef. I just cook food, and sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. Overall, it's usually at least edible, and that's all that matters. Turn the bacon down, but I still smell it like it's probably still cooking too hot. That's right. Adding this to the bacon grease, please be warned, this is like a water adding to grease. It is going to pop, snap, and crackle, but it's fine. Not recommended to do this inside. Watch your hands. Someone's gonna get burned. Do not cook like I do. I am not good, not professional. Actually, very bad. Oh my god, my bacon's basically charred already. How did it cook so fast? Okay, well, we're gonna pour out potato water. That's how you start a fire. Oh, I hate this pan. I forgot this pan has a stupid flippy thing and it doesn't lock. It just flips. So if you try to dump it, it does this. That's why I just use it for holding shit. Well, bacon is definitely a little charred. Oh well, it is what it is. Apparently the table's crooked. Hope that you actually see. I'm trying to watch what I'm doing, not so much as watching the camera. So that's that. Charred my bacon a little bit, but I'm actually going to smash this up anyway with eggs, so it's fine. Well, it's working. They're cooking up pretty good. We'll keep going. So far so good. Got the eggs cooking next. I don't normally eat 3 eggs, but I bought a lot of eggs, so. Guys, the eggs didn't stick this time. Ooh, oh, that's gonna be so nice. And this is my exclusively really large breakfast, which is fine because I'm not gonna eat again until like 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night. So, and somebody really wants it, but somebody already had breakfast. Plus, I just gave you some eggs. Yes, you are mine. I'm gonna go sit down and enjoy this. Watch some YouTube. Okay. Alright, Ludo and I are on a mission to find as many sticks as we can that seem dry enough to possibly start a fire tonight. We've got my little pile up going over there, and I'm going to see what I can do. I feel like hopefully tonight I'm going to try to start a little fire. I don't expect it to burn for long, and normally I stop by Ace Hardware and just pick up firewood. I didn't do that. I don't think there's anywhere nearby that does do firewood. Everything's like, 30 minutes away, and I'm not going to leave camp for 30 minutes. Ludo, what did you do? How are you tangled up? How do you keep getting it tangled up on your back feet? Yeah. There you go. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. Alright, let's go for a walk. The neighbors kind of move further down. I don't know what they're doing down there. They're like on a ladder hacking the trees and making all kinds of noise. So we're just going to let them do what they do. And gonna not disturb them. I'm gonna mind my business and let them mind theirs, and hopefully they leave me alone. I'm gonna leave them alone. They seem nice enough. They've got a dog. That means they're friendly, right? I think that's how that works. Not all the time, I know. Alright, Ludo, let's go find some sticks. Let's go. We have a little nice collection so far. I'm not burning the bottles. They're just there. That's just drying out. It's a pea bottle that I rinsed and drying out and saving it for tonight. I use a female's, I think it's called a pea style or something, but it's basically a female funnel. It just, so I can go into a bottle and then in the mornings. That way I don't have to go out at night. I don't like leaving the tent by myself at night. Like if I was camping with somebody, I'd go out and pee in the woods. I don't care. If I'm by myself, I feel more vulnerable, so I try to stay where it's safe. And there with Ludo, I'll go ahead and use a bottle. Really? Did you see him snatch that right out of my burn pile? Wow. Wow. Anyway. Yeah, pea style, pea in a bottle, pour it out, rinse it in the morning. Good to go. Okay, bye. So, as I have time at this campground, I've decided to redo my rain guards. When I first put them on, someone just told me 3mm tape, which this is what I got, 3mm tape. I didn't know there were different sizes. I went ahead and recently found this one, much thicker. I went ahead and bought it. As you can see on some of it, it was starting to come off on the front and I didn't trust it. So I'm gonna get all this sticky off. I actually already did the passenger side. Come here. So I already redid the passenger side. I completely pulled it off and I've redone it. I've even taken the smaller tape and I've wedged it in here to try to hold that down, because I think that's the biggest issue is air keeps catching under here and pulls it up. Even though there's a little metal lip, like right here somewhere, that actually wedges into this, the air still catches it and pulls it up. So I wedged that in there. I don't know if I'm doing this right or not, but you know, I'm winging it. But look how much thicker this tape is. It covers the whole thing, like all of this. So I peeled all this off. I wiped it down with a wet cloth and I stuck it back on there. And I actually feel a lot more secure with this versus the other way I had it. And I'm hoping this lasts a lot longer too. So definitely more secure. So I'm going to get started on this side. Now I've got the nice task of peeling all this stuff off. It's not too hard to get off. It just, you know, takes a little bit of time. Then I'm going to wipe it all down with a wet cloth and I'm going to stick it back up here. And hopefully it doesn't come off again or start to come off again. We'll see. It's all a learning curve. Alright, I think I'm done. This one fit a little different. It's a little more popped out than in, so I did the same thing. Just wedged some 3mm tape in there to hold it. And then redid the thick lines up here all the way down. And I mean, it's up there. So hopefully it holds. Hopefully it holds a lot better. I did it today because I'm not leaving until like tomorrow morning, so hopefully it holds. I just got tired of seeing it. I redid this little thing in here to make sure it was wedged in. Like I said, these were given to me. They don't have the pegs. Like, there's supposed to be a little peg there, one here, and one over here. Oh, there. But I only have the one I put in the middle. That's all it kind of came with, was just one on each side. So, with my window art from Ludo's drool. Gross. Yeah, I'll clean them, don't worry. But there we go. Redone the window ring guards, and hopefully they're a lot more secure than they were. I guess we'll find out when I hit the highway tomorrow. Wish me luck. Ludo's over here trying to eat my stick pile. Don't let him fool you, that is not the face of innocence. I've been creating a bonfire. I had one going. I actually burnt some of my trash, mostly the paper trash. I try not to burn the plastics. I pulled those out. They're all tucked away in that box in the tent. That's another pea jug giant out. I have two. I just keep going between the two. So I've got this ready for tonight. I'm going to burn it. Got some other sticks to play with. I'm about to take him for a walk to see if I can gather some more sticks. So even though it's soaking wet, and you can see the ground is very muddy still, it is still possible to find dry sticks. So that's what we're doing tonight, because I'd like to have a nice little bonfire before we go tomorrow and head back to reality and papers and other such things. It's very beautiful out here. I've honestly just been enjoying the serenity of just chilling and relaxing. I've watched a YouTube video or two and one of my little animes. More than that though, I've actually just been hanging out. I've been watching the sky and the stars, and like I said, I fixed my car and cleaned it up, and I think tomorrow I'm gonna get up early. I'm gonna take down the tent. I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna drag it out to the sunshine in the morning so it dries out before I start folding it up. I'm gonna squeeze it all together. I'm gonna do some more reading on how to clean it. I've been doing a lot of that today too, reading on how to clean the tent properly, because I like this tent. I do. It still works. I bet I can clean it and get some more use out of it. It's got a few tiny holes in it around the bottom. But when I say tiny, I mean ever so tiny. Like, not like pinholes. He is so hard to get my sticks. Hey! What are you doing? What are you doing? Didn't I just say leave those sticks alone? He's a mess. We have to get home and hose him down. Yeah. Who's a messy boy? This is why I keep just out of your reach. It's my goober boy. Here's my goober. We'll get you cleaned up. It's me and my goober boy. It's my goober boy. I think there's 2 other campsites I want to try after this, depending on how things go in my personal life. Where I want to go with that. I probably won't be able to go camping again for 3 weeks, 4 weeks. 4 weeks, I think. 3 weeks at least. So I won't be able to go next week or the week after because I have plans. Maybe it's the week after. I don't know. Either way, we're just going to keep rolling with it, and I'm going to keep fixing up Boxy, and I'm going to try to update you guys the best I can. I'm going to dig around to see if I can get some better camera stuff. I do have a GoPro from a million years ago, and my old camera. Maybe I can get those to set up better for better shots of things. What you think, Ludo? What you think, buddy? You ready to go for a walk? I don't know what those guys are beating over there, but I'm kind of on the edge of feeling safe camping here or not. But they were just arguing and cussing at each other. Are you? I'm sorry. They're just yelling and cussing at each other, and that's what makes me feel unsafe. And she went in the car and slammed the door and sat there for a while, and then they started arguing some more, and then she finally came out and went back there, and now they're beating on something again. So I don't really know. I don't know. They've been pretty respectful, so I'm gonna try to be respectful too. It's not my business. As long as everybody's okay, and as long as nobody screams, right? I don't have a bad feeling. So I'm listening to my gut, and my gut says everything's fine, so we're gonna stick with it.